What's happening, Toledo? I'm Faith Atkins, and thanks for joining me on the show that brings you the good news and lets you know what's happening in the 419. For today's episode, we are checking out the newest Leading Families Home Shelter, Beach House Ashland, and joining me today is Lisa Banks, the Executive Director. Lisa, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Faith. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, and thank you so much for letting us be here. And so for the folks at home who don't know, what is Leading Families Home Beach House Ashland? Am I saying that right even? Talk to me about it.
Okay, so our legal name is Beach House Inc., DBA, Leading Families Home. In 2016, Beach House Family Shelter merged with Focus and became Leading Families Home.
And tell me, what do you guys do? For people, this might be the first time hearing about you guys. What do you guys do?
Well, Beach House Family Shelter has been a staple in the Toledo area since 1921. So they've been around. We serve families and single women, and we help families transition, from homelessness to permanent housing. We also have 2 housing programs as well as community adult education programs.
And right now we're in your guys' newest location, and it's so amazing what you guys do. But before we get into that, first check out the Old West End's 50th Anniversary Blues Celebration and meet Toledo's new Kid Mayor.
Welcome to the Peacock Cafe. My name is Andre Wright, and I'm going to be talking to some artists today that have played the Old West End Festival for decades. The one and only Bobby G.
Sure, you're right.
That's what I'm talking about. Where you from, Bobby?
Bobby, I'm from Mississippi.
Oh, Lord.
Winterville, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
Nobody know where it's at.
But Bobby, tell us about the blues. Did you bring it with you?
I brought it with me.
Tell me a little bit about it. Do you know the Griswolds?
Know them all my life.
Oh, Lord.
Used to sit in with him all the time.
Did you?
Yes, indeed.
What y'all used to do?
Look, a lot of people met him as he become an older guy. But I remember when they jump off the stage, do the splits, guitar behind his head. They don't do that anymore.
But I seen you used to do the splits too, Bobby.
Well, I used to do the split. I do a half split now. I don't get all the way down.
All right.
I get part of the way down. My wife said, you better quit getting down there like that. So I just get halfway down.
We have one of my favorite groups in the whole wide world, out of Toledo. Tell us about the Brown Sisters, please.
Well, yes, we born and raised in Toledo, Ohio, but just with our singing, we also go by the genre of gospel blues. Also, we are gospel artists, quartet, and so we just been favored enough and awarded the opportunity to be playing just all over the country. Actually, we've been in Australia. My sister is coming from Australia now. They've been playing at the Broad Beach Blues Festival in Australia. Also been afforded the opportunity to play at a festival in Italy.
They've been living in the Old West End for 30 years.
Yes.
How long have y'all played the festival?
We play the festival every year. We will be in our yard. We would be at the side where the garage at off of the Bancroft area, and we would play every year. It was just so much fun, just so much excitement, and every year they were looking for us to be playing. Yeah, so we just pull the instruments out and represent the Old West End.
Rhythm of blues is what the Peacock still does today.
Yeah, they do that today, yeah.
They do it today. They're the only one holding on.
Hold on to it.
And you see, everything else just pop up and fly away. This been here 137 years.
It's been here.
Bobby, that's how old you is? I'm sorry, Bobby.
Well, wait a minute now.
But we want to let you know we're going to have blues here Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with the one and only, one of our headliners, Bobby G.
Salute the Old West End 50 years.
To me, to be a leader is like help people go the right way and help them, go the right way.
Meet 10-year-old Gabrielle Makira, aka Gabby, aka Toledo's new Kid Mayor for the 2023 Kid Council.
She is funny. She is very funny. She's silly, she's sweet. Like, she's very responsible, helpful, kind, just a sweetheart. Like, I call her my sweet pea. Like, she's my sweet child.
Just like any other fourth grader, Gabby enjoys the simple things in life.
She's very artistic and creative. She's creative.
I like to dance, I like to draw, and I like to have fun, and I like to hang out with my family.
And while Gabby likes to keep it simple, as kid mayor, she wants to tackle difficult challenges.
I wanted to make a change in the world, spread more love, peace, and kindness. And I don't like seeing people being mean to each other because that breaks my heart. What I hope to see is people being more kind and no more bullying and no more gun shooting because I don't like it.
According to the CDC, guns are now the leading cause of death in kids and teens. But Gabby has a solution that everyone can be a part of.
She's just like, I think people should really start inside of themselves to just be better for them. And as they're better for them, then their family becomes better. And then the family becomes better, then the neighborhood becomes better. And the neighborhood becomes better, then the community becomes better. Also, I really believe strongly in her message. I remember Wade, the mayor, in the interview, he said the reason why he chose her was because of her message of wanting to have more love and peace and kindness. And he said, I really believe our city needs more of that.
Being the best you can be. I mean, those are things that sometimes grown-ups have a hard time figuring out. To have a 10-year-old understand it was really impressive.
Mayor Gabby isn't only sharing her message, but the program is also teaching her and the rest of the Kid Council how to engage with the city.
And I learned about the litter league. A litter league is people in the community get together and clean up trash and make a better neighborhood to live in.
In addition to learning the ins and outs of city government, as the kid mayor of Toledo, Gabby promises to not let up on her duties.
I know other kids from the Kid Council really wanted this, but they picked me to be the kid mayor, and I have to take this serious and do what I need to do. That means I get to make choices and I get to help out and use my message to help other people in the city of Toledo. It feels awesome, cool, and I get to make a change in our city.
We're about to take our first break, but when we get back, we're learning more about the organization Leading Families Home and hearing one of many success stories. back to What's Happening Toledo. I'm Faith Atkins here at Beach House Ashland, the newest shelter for leading families home. And with me is the Executive Director, Lisa Banks. And Lisa, talk to me more about what this amazing organization does.
Okay, thank you again so much for having me here today, and I love talking about what we do. So helping families transition from homelessness to permanent housing is kind of, I guess you could say, kind of our ground floor of what we do. Everything starts out, pretty much with our emergency family shelters. And this location here on Ashland is going to be the overflow shelter for our location on Erie. And so within the shelter, we have wraparound case management services, as well as, they're getting a warm, bed, clean bed. There's laundry facilities, as well as different, groups and things happening, life skills, and we do have a behavioral health component as well, because we are OMAS accredited as well as CARF accredited. So we do have, we are certified to, have our clinicians here. So that's a huge part of what we do, and it goes throughout the whole organization. So in addition to our family shelters, we have 2 housing programs, and within those housing programs that are HUD funded, we do help families kind of go from the shelter then into their own homes, and we're helping them as they're getting stable on their feet and getting used to taking care of their rent and things like that on their own. And then the last piece, kind of what we do, is in South Toledo. In 2021, we absorbed the programming at Providence Center, and in that location we offer parenting, anger management, domestic violence, women who use violence, and other community programs there, and we work a lot with the court systems and diversion type classes.
Awesome. And there's 2 points we were talking about earlier before we got started. Was one, well, actually, I came here yesterday and visited, and you guys are having like new like a new computer area too, right? This new shelter is bringing a lot of things. That's one point. And then the other point was, you and I were talking, you guys really focus on keeping families together.
Yes. So what
does that mean,
okay.
really? Is it not just, because some people think some shelters are just women and children, but it's different, right?
It's different, yes. So we are very blessed and privileged that we serve the family, whatever that family looks like. Last year we had several dads who had, custody of their kids, and there were no other shelters in town that served men at all, much less men who are the head of families. Some places would rather put those kids in foster care and, have the dad, go to a transient type shelter, things like that. Not us. We want to keep the family together, and that includes, like I said, whatever that family unit looks like. And then as far as, what you were saying here about our new shelter, yes, we are going to have a computer room. We're going to have our kitty cave, which is our area for our kids, as well as, we're going to continue all the programming and be adding a lot to what we already do.
And about how many people have you guys helped so far, or if you have the stats overall, or even just this year?
Well, in 2022, we served 197 households, which included 434 adults and 221 children, and 9 of those were also veterans, and we served 21,051 meals, and we had a 92% participant satisfaction rate. And so just to put that into context for you, over at our Beach House Erie location, that only has 7 bedrooms. So if you do the math, and this new room is going to have 18 bedrooms, we're going to be serving a lot more people in the area. At any given time, there's over 100 families on the community shelter wait list, and that's how we, or why we stepped up to the plate to do something about that in our community.
Well, that is so impressive what you guys do. And in fact, we're going to actually hear from one of the success stories, someone that you guys helped. Check it out.
I couldn't ask for a better opportunity to be able to get back on my feet. beach house through 211. We called, my boyfriend and I, we called 211, and they gave us a couple different options of family homeless shelters. We know that there was a waiting list. We had a little bit of a waiting to do. We were staying with his dad and his stepmom for a little bit. They allowed us a safe place to be able to be. We really felt every day like we were kind of an inconvenience, kind of invading their home and stuff like that. And we knew it was temporary. 211, a couple months later and stuff, had gotten back with us. And they informed us that there was an opening, and we definitely wanted to take advantage of the offer, and we ended up here. Staff is amazing and, willing to help, and they actually care, it seems like, instead of it just being a place to just be. Like, they actually genuinely care about getting you back on your feet and doing what you need to do to be able to set up that responsibility for yourself again. Everyone's been really, really helpful. It seems more like a family than just, a place to just be. I couldn't ask for a better opportunity to be able to get back on my feet. I never thought that I would be in this position. It's not like I woke up one morning and was like, hey, this is eventually what's gonna happen in my life. And I'm not a big person to ask for help. But I realize that I do need the help, and people are willing to help. And I now understand that there are programs out there that can help, that I was not aware of. So I'm really happy that the staff here has the resources available to inform me with that I can be part of to help me get to that spot. I hope that once I do get everything established and get back on my feet, I don't want to be in this position again, but for anybody that is in this position, I highly recommend for them to take advantage of it and not to look down on themselves, because that's something kind of like I did, like, wow, like I'm in a position that I don't want to be in, but it's a better position than what it could, it could potentially be. And I'm just really thankful. Like, I hope people take the opportunity to get the help and ask for the help, because I know how hard it is to be an adult and ask to be helped, but it's definitely worth it.
Lisa, it's just amazing what you guys do. And what really struck me right there is when she said she didn't plan on, asking for help, but she had to. I mean, no one really plans for these things, right?
That's absolutely true. And if you really think about it, most of us are closer to homelessness than we are to becoming millionaires. And so all it takes is, a natural disaster, or like one of our veterans who came to us. She, was a professional. She had been in the service for many years. She had a 6-figure salary, and she got sick, and it wiped out their savings and everything, and they found themselves at our door. So it doesn't matter. A lot of people stigmatize individuals experiencing homelessness, but it could be a family member. It could be your next door neighbor.
For people who do that, what is something that you would like for them to say to battle that stigma?
One of the things that I would say is, before you judge someone, really take a look at where you are. Because if, God forbid, but if a fire burnt down your house tonight, where would you be? Where would you go? Even after the Red Cross is, helped, or whatever other resources. So you really have to think about it. Not everyone experiencing homelessness is, is drunk. Not everybody experiencing homelessness is unemployed. A lot of our families even have cars and stuff like that, but they find themselves in circumstances where they need to start over and get the assistance.
Wow, that is, I mean, and you're now you have me thinking, you know, fortunately, you know, we're not in that situation. How can we help out? What are ways we can donate our resources?
So there's a lot of different opportunities, especially right now, to get involved with our agency. And you can go to our website at lfhtoledo.org. We have our adopt-a-room. So right now, you know, in the new at Beach House Ashland, there's the opportunity to adopt a room. And this is for, you know, businesses or, you know, even individuals or families. And there'll be naming conventions as well, or that we are always looking for volunteers. We also have our Summer in Paris event coming up on June 22nd at the premiere, and you can get the tickets for that on our website as well. Not to mention the grand opening of Beach House Ashland on June 29th.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take one quick break, but when we come back, we're checking out how Buckeye Broadband is helping connect kids to meals.
Welcome to Buckeye Broadband Home's office. Today we're packing meals for kids, Connecting Kids to Meals, the charity program. As you can see behind me, we're hard at work getting these together to ship out to kids. We intend on sending over 2,000 ready-packed kits to kids so they can eat.
We're here today, we're packing 2,000 meal kits for kiddos with Connecting Kids to Meals. You know, as the local provider, as a local company, we love to hire local, we love to answer our phones local, and we love to help local organizations like Connecting Kids to Meals who make just amazing differences in our community. Right now we know 1 in 4 kids in Lucas County are not getting enough food. So we're stepping it up this year. We do the summer meal match. June to August, we match donations so that they can serve hot, nutritious meals. And this year we are packing 2,000 kits as well, so the kids can eat and then take something home for their cupboards.
I'm here today at Buckeye headquarters, working alongside my coworkers to pack meals for kids, and I know it's really important for the community. I grew up getting free and reduced lunch, so this means a lot to me, so I'm so happy that I'm able to give back and help other kids in need.
If you would like to assist and make a charitable donation in your own volition, please visit connectingkidstomeals.org and make a charitable contribution. Thank you so much.
Well, Lisa, before we leave, you guys do so much to help out the community. How can the community help you guys out?
Okay, on our website, we from time to time update our shelter needs list. So it gives an idea if you're looking to donate or someone's looking to donate, the type of things that we need. So you can find that on there, as well as volunteer forms that you can fill out right online, as well as information about any of our upcoming events.
I'm saying, and people are looking, what kind of volunteers are you guys looking for?
It varies. We get volunteer groups that help us paint, that help us clean, plant flowers. They painted fences like over at our beach house Erie. They've cooked meals, just a host of things.
Awesome. And then those dates for those upcoming events one more time?
Okay, Summer in Paris is June 22nd from 6 to 9 at the Premiere, and our grand opening here at Beach House Ashland is on the 29th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Awesome. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for having us once again, hosting us, and thank you so much for all that you do. And that's it for this episode of What's Happening in Toledo. We'll see you next week.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just...
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.